Hey, it's Video Game Restoration. We're fixing an Oculus controller. As you can see, when you hit a button, you get an LED, but if you hit the button on this one, you don't get an LED. That's what the experts call broken. And before you comment, yes, I did try turning it off and back on again. The problem is the off part worked, not the on part. So we're gonna take it apart. This top plate here is just held on by adhesive. It's 1 part plastic, 2 parts Frisbee.
No, my boy! Father help!
Once I recovered this from what seemed like the depths of hell itself, I started disassembling. I've never actually fully taken one of these things apart, so I followed a guide on YouTube made by this guy. Go check him out. Oddly enough, the hardest part I had was removing the label inside the battery housing. They usually peel out, but this was really brittle and broke out in pieces. I completely stripped it down until I could easily access the board that was behind the battery. I don't know what it's called, so I'm going to just call it the battery board. Super original. Once there, I injected voltage directly into the board, and look at this, we have power. This tells me that there's a disconnect between the board and the battery contacts. So with my multimeter, I checked continuity on both of them, and I found that I couldn't get a steady signal on the positive contact. So I think it's a positive terminal, but as confirmation, I tested from the negative side of the battery board to the positive side of the battery itself, and I got voltage. But going from the negative side of the battery to the positive side of the battery board, I got nothing. Considering there's no wires and it's just one big piece of metal going directly to the board, it's just gotta be dirt. Now before getting deep into this repair, I did try cleaning it with alcohol, but I guess that didn't work, so I'm gonna use contact cleaner. This can kill you in 3 ways, so you know it's good. Basically, it works like alcohol, it's safe for electronics, it's just a little more potent. So I gave it a really good cleaning, I popped the battery back in and hit a button, and as you guessed it, absolutely nothing happened, still broken. So I went really deep into this repair, disassembled it even more, did a whole bunch of diagnostics, and then I realized I wasn't using the new battery that I got for this repair. At some point, I must have swapped it out for this dead one that was on my desk. And what do you know, that cleaning I did 20 minutes ago actually fixed it. So this whole time, it just needed a cleaning? Yep. I didn't actually have to disassemble it? Yep. Did I waste 20 minutes because of a dead battery? Yep. But did I learn how to disassemble an Oculus controller because of all these accidents? Yep. Anyhow, now this is repaired, but it's not restored because we're missing these battery covers. I found this 3D printed file online here so I could make my own, go check this guy out. But I only had clear and black filament and I didn't want to buy white just for one project. So I went over to PCBWay, who also does CNC machining and 3D printing, and found that a white resin print would only be $5. And using the link in my bio would save you $5 off your first order, which would make this free. Speaking of free, are all my repairs free this month because of this plug? Yep. Thankfully, before I ordered them, though, I found out that they actually didn't lose them. They just have them, so that's good. So yeah, I guess that means that this repair is done. Save the consoles.